For this next sound, I'm going to start with the basic electric bass preset we created a while ago. I'll set the transpose back to none, so we're in the guitar range. Timbre-wise, I think we're pretty close, but I'll go a bit closer to the steel, so reducing the inner loss. Let's add some more harmonics to the sound by pushing up the resolution slider. Reduce the media loss for more sustain. Okay, let's play with Object 1's setting. That's better, because it's louder. It still sounds like a bass being played at a higher register, so let's mess with the pickup placement a bit. I'll keep Object 1 really close to the edge, so we get more of the twang and less of the low frequencies. Pickup A and B are not too further away from the edge. That's much better. Let's now add a disturber. Bouncing. Push up that variation slider. Set the object at the edge of the string. Now I want this to be heard just at the attack of the sound. So let's use an envelope to bring this in. In envelope 1 here, I'll set the target to Object 2 strength. Push up the amount all the way. Click on envelope here to see the stages. Let's now bring this down and more towards the left because I want it to drop immediately. So basically a very short attack. That's good, but we don't want it to come back up. So bring down all the nodes till the sustain one. For this, you should keep the settings subtle, as it should not be too obvious. That's good. So just for a brief moment, you hear that bounce, which enhances the attack of the sound. Well, it's not really a bounce anymore, it's more like a scratch. Object 3 I'll change to damp, place it at the edge as well. With more strength, we can get a muted guitar sound. Now this sounds more like a guitar rather than a bass being played higher. Let's add some wave shaping. How about vari drive? This you can just add to taste, really up to you. Now next, the all-important body EQ. Pump up the mids and set the frequency lower till you get more of that nasal quality. You can also push up the highs a bit. Now after all this, you can further fine-tune the positioning of the objects, especially Object 1. The pickups as well. All these minor tweaks really change the overall tone of this guitar, so this is now really a personal preference. If you want a more mellow guitar sound, or a more nasal, twangy sound, you can get any of that by just moving Object 1 around, as well as the 2 pickups. I like this. Now just for fun, I'll add the delay at a low level, bandpass filter it, add some feedback as well as cross feedback, slide stereo width. All this is very similar to what I've been doing with the other instruments as well, so you should be familiar with this. You could also choose to skip this step and go for a clean sound. Maybe add some external processing later. I'm not too happy with the sustain, so I think I'll reduce the media loss a bit for the higher notes. And a bit more for the low notes. Well, not bad. I don't think this instrument works that well in the lower and extreme higher ranges. But you will notice that a lot while designing realistic sounds in sculpture, that it works best in one particular key range, and not always throughout the entire keyboard range. Okay, let's save this. And we're done. Next, we'll move on to designing some tuned percussion instruments.